Photographer Unknown is a thriller story. It's a story of a young woman who's being chased by a photographer who is on a mission to capture a picture of this woman. The goal was primarily to capture the thriller theme, the fear, and the emotions associated with it. The main character is played by a model named Sonia Kataja. She had some pictures from her other photoshoot where she had this emotion of fear, and this is where I got the idea that the video could be something similar. Then I thought it would be nice if the story reflected what she does, and because Sonia is a model with several photoshoots behind, I thought it could be nice if there would be some photos of her in the video. But the details were still missing, so I contacted Sonia for further planning. We came up with the idea of a photographer chasing a model, which is actually quite fitting because this is a TFCD project. TFCD stands for Time for CD, which is an old term, but it basically means models and photographers collaborating together for portfolio work. So I guess I was kind of playing the other role as I was operating the camera. Typically TFCD is for still photoshoots, so for Sonia this was something completely new as this was her first video. She did an amazing job, especially when considering the conditions we had. Having a small team working on a project has its benefits when it comes to scheduling times for shoots, but it definitely has its challenges. Because Sonia was doing the acting performance, I was left as the only person on the production side. I was pretty busy looking at the composition, lighting, camera movement and all the people around that would jump into the frame at any given time. Because we were shooting in public areas, I had to not just look at what I was shooting but also at our bags, because we were afraid of someone stealing them. I didn't have so much time for directing as I would have wanted to, so I was very impressed at how accurately Sonia was able to replicate her performance between the shots, even with a lack of direction and the fact that this was her first time doing it. The video was shot in less than 6 hours, for which I feel incredibly lucky that we were actually able to do it. The video was shot entirely in log. This means the footage was shot without colors, so it could be color graded in post-production. This has been a bit scary idea to me because I'm partly color blind, and this is why previously I haven't felt very confident adjusting colors. But I recently got my hands on some LUTs or lookup tables, which are basically presets for color grading. It still means that every shot needs to be manually adjusted, but it definitely helps me a ton. At least I think so, because, well, I don't know what you see, so you tell me what you think. I used 2 lenses, a basic one and a longer one. And the idea of using 2 greatly different focal lengths was to create contrast between what is seen in the stalker point of view and what is the general footage. I feel like the biggest challenge for storytelling is the lack of people in front of the camera. It's very limiting to tell a story when you know you can only have one character visible in the entire video. However, projects like these force staying creative, which is probably good in the long run. All in all, this was a great opportunity for learning and I can't wait to do more.